Hi, I'm Walker. This is Dance Walker Tarot. I'm pulling cards for Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We're talking about abundance. We're talking about material possessions and prosperity and a lack of trust with someone you're dealing with or someone you were dealing with. And there's someone else that wants to come into the picture. And there's someone else that wants to come into the picture. So it's like you've got your money on your mind right now and you're worried about how you're going to make ends meet. It's almost like you had to kind of rob, rob Peter to pay Paul growing up or in your background or something. And so it's saying that you had to do a lot with very little. And the only way that you really could and can deal with your finances right now is the way that you do it. So doing it the way everybody else does it is that just doesn't work for you. And so I think for whoever you are, you're finally starting to realize that something else was, if it was someone else, they didn't really respect your authority as a decision maker with the finances, if it was a relationship. If this is a boss or this is a company you work for or, I don't know, group, fraternity, orchestra, I don't know, they were never giving you the right budget. You know, like if you're a teacher, they were expecting you to put on a whole program out of your own pocket or something. Something to do with you having to spend your own finances or spending more than you thought or not having any voice in the way the money was spent in the relationship, and it left you guys out in the cold, or it left you feeling out in the cold. So you've got that going on. Like you got all that going on, like real world rat race, dealing with family, dealing with exes. You know, maybe there could have even been a breakup and you're trying to figure out how you're going to split the finances. And whoever you're dealing with, you've got an ex that is, how do I say this in a loving manner? Because I'm not trying to pick sides or anything, but stubborn. Like they're the authority. It doesn't matter who they're around, they're the authority. Or it just could be like, I'm the man, I'm in charge, blah. Like in their head, they're the king. But you did more work than they did. Like all the pentacles here are on your side for that past relationship. I forgot to hold on. For what to do here, give yourself a pat on the back for that. I'm about to get into your prospects for love here in a sec. So, just to get the finances out of the way, just to get the work out of the way, you will get some sort of assistance. Or you'll be satisfied with whatever happens right now, because you're about to huh huh okay, let me get to that in a second. So for work, like I was saying, if you've been busting on a side hustle and it hasn't happened yet, don't give up now. Give yourself a little bit longer. You've kind of created something out of nothing, and it's like you squoze blood from a turnip somehow, and you're about to be rewarded for that because of how resourceful it made you. So this feeling ungrounded or feeling like you can't find order in this chaos, it's like that justice is coming. The equality is coming as far as you getting paid what you're worth, okay? So give yourself a pat on the back with what? Slow gin fizz. Take it slow. Yeah, take it slow. Don't spend any more money this week. Save your money. Okay, at least for the time being, don't make any last minute investments. Don't let your emotions or nostalgia lull you into spending any money, retail therapy, thinking if you just spend more money on this project that it'll push it through. No, you've spent enough, you've done enough. You just have to take it little by little. And if this is a situation where you do work for somebody else right now, that boss, CEO, authority, you run your own life, you run your own company, you run your own world, that's coming up. And it's saying just hang in there for a little bit longer. Before you know it, you're going to be in that seat and you're not going to have to answer to anybody. What not to do? Something about loyalty. I feel like loyalty came up for you. I can't remember these things. I'm sorry. I'm not pretending. Okay. What do other people's want? What do the other people want you to do? What do the people want you to do? Do you have to be loyal to the people? Do you have to be loyal to your friends, to your entourage? What do they want from you? What does your family want from you? What does the family want? What? No way. Do not do that. This is you marching to the beat of your own drum, being very disciplined when it comes to your finances. Don't make any decisions that could be considered a risk. Okay? You have love coming into your life. You have that relationship that is loyal, that is fair. And you have a couple of options there with love. So I pulled a couple cards for that too. So let's talk about that. So on one side, we have someone that it looks like they could be a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancer, or have those predominantly in their chart with an Earth Moon or something. But let's see, how do we describe them? A clue would be they work hard and they don't fuck around when it comes to work. Like when it comes to what they do, they are serious as a heart attack. But when they're off work, it's time to have a good old time. It's time to play. It's time. They love sports. They love action. Um, they love movement. They love mystery. They're gonna love to surprise you with trips and with presents and with like romantic gestures. And it's going to be something that you can't ignore. They're going to just be like, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. So a clue would be that that's not in their personality at all, but they just adore you. Whoever this is, they adore you. So they could be considered kind of a hard ass or a bitch, or they maybe have resting bitch face, but when they're off work, they're very sensual and they're very fun and maybe even a little bit teasing, but not in a way that makes you frustrated. Because they definitely want to sweep you off your feet. Okay, on the other side over here, we have either a Leo, a Sagittarius, or an Aries with maybe Cancer in their chart, Virgo in their chart, and they are absolutely a fool for you right now. They are madly in love with you and they cannot stop thinking about you. And they just think that I don't know why I'm saying this, but I've never said this in my life. They think you're the bee's knees. Fuck. Think you're the bee's knees, like you are their sunshine. They're very charismatic. They're a little less romantic than the other person, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to try and sweep you off your feet, but in a way that makes you still feel like you're in control and you have your autonomy and you know you're still self-reliant and they're self-reliant. I don't think they're going to want to commit. Like they might be the kind of person that's like, all right, I want to move in together first. I'm not going to sign any paperwork. I don't like marriage. That's a clue too. Another one would be what? They're very fearless. Like they have no fear. They'll go anywhere in the world. Like they'll go camping by themselves. They'll get in like a four-wheel drive truck and drive up a mountain or something. You know, they have no fear except for the commitment. The commitment is where the fear is there. Okay, so pros and cons of both of these. The more romantic water sign here, what's the pros and the cons of that? Let me see. What should I use? Let's do this one. Pros, you're never going to have to worry about money ever again, or robbing Peter to pay Paul, or juggling, or 10 side hustles. So there's generational wealth there, and this person is willing to make that commitment and start a family and a legacy and sign the papers and have the kids and the grandkids and the dog and the trust funds for the kids and the vacation. And okay. So it would a little bit be like this, not gonna lie, in that position. So they might not be as like their romance is totally the idea of romance, but when it comes to actual sex, it's kind of like, all right, there we go, you know, like it's you might have to work with them on lasting a little bit longer. No big deal, minor adjustment. Okay, so I don't know, maybe they're younger than you and or if the roles were reversed, it's just a minor adjustment there. So that's what you should know about that. Now about this other person who's probably a fire sign, very balanced in their chart too, but you know, we all have positive and negative. So the positive and the negative with that person. Oh, that's isn't that interesting? Oh wow, okay. Well, they really genuinely love you. They have a pure, vulnerable, honest, childlike love for you. And they see you as unique and interesting and they just want to like play with you like a kid. You know, they want to be your friend and it's very innocent. They might not be ready to jump into a physical relationship yet because the bad news is, do I need to say anything? They've got a lot of emotional baggage that they would consider emotional baggage right now that they don't want to kind of thrust onto your life. You know, they've kind of got a little bit of a bleeding heart right now. Someone betrayed them, someone hurt them. Maybe that's why they're going to be afraid of commitment even though they genuinely truly love you. Okay. So what to do in those cases? Is this the right? Hmm. Okay. Well, come on, yes or no? I want some answers here. Oh. Hmm. I'm not gonna lie, I think that this other one that's going through the heartbreak, that's not ready to commit at first, might be the right one. Like, if you feel like this person's trying to rush you into a commitment right now, communicate that you're not sure or you're not ready, and the way that they react to that will tell you everything. Okay, I'll say that. So stay optimistic. Money is not everything. Pure unconditional love and happiness and joy every day for the rest of your life, away from what is this potential storm here? It's like moving away from this person might be a better option. Why? Let me be nosy. Oh, I'm about to rat him out. There's an issue with the sexual compatibility. Huh. Hold on. This person likes it when other people fight over them. And you're always going to feel like you have to compete against potential other little Thadianas or something, or Valentinos. You're not going to have to worry about that with this person. The person that's kind of going through the heartbreak right now, there's the Two of Pentacles again. This person is going from just trying to make it, like you both are. Oh, you both have Two of Pentacles. You have a lot more in common with the second person than the first person. The fire sign, with the Earth and Cancer in their chart. They're going through a complete life-changing decision right now. And at the end of that decision is them being the knight in shining armor. It's like right now they're just initially realizing how in love with you they are. After they're ending this very difficult, toxic situation that left them feeling bled dry in whatever way. Huh. So you might not see the romantic side at first. You might not see the Prince Charming at first. It might be kind of a friendship, an innocent friendship at first. So if this first one feels more hot and heavy than the second one, it's because this person's still going through something and they don't want to drag you into it, but they really do love you, and it's got more potential for long-term happiness, where this has more potential for long-term money and security, but less happiness and less sexual compatibility and less peace, ultimately, from what I can tell. And so a clue would be if everything's going right with this person, but all of a sudden someone else has popped up in your peripheral and you're starting to feel confused and you're still with me, that's a clue. This person might propose and try to pop the question on you, or feel like you need to make a decision, or you're obligated to something, and you say, no, I'm not ready yet, and they respond in the opposite way that somebody who is emotionally mature and caring and truly compassionate would, that's a clue. I thought all my cards were right up. So that's kind of, huh. Let me pull something on that real quick. Oh, they have issues with, they have some issues with obsession and maybe some mental illness. And they might have had like a messed up mama, or they have issues with women secretly and you don't know that yet. And it'll come out after the marriage. No, ma'am. Yeah, that's a no from me, dog, on that pile. Okay, bottom line here. One of these. And we'll get San Francisco. Okay. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for a situation where you made like a head over heart decision. It's like good times are coming in, so it's definitely about making heart over head decisions here. You're all worried about this money and the finances, and meanwhile, like your higher power is like, you don't even need to worry about that. Like all the money in the world can't buy this kind of love and devotion. So stay walking your own path. If you're a weirdo, stay being a weirdo. If there's someone in your life that doesn't respect your authority, they're about to, because you're going to be sitting in a seat of authority, either as a CEO or a boss or part of a dynamic duo. Like, this isn't just companionship, this is true love. And it's kind of like a fantasy that you didn't even know could come true. And maybe they have just a little while longer before they go from judgment to the world, and the end of that book is closed forever so that they can come towards you. Okay. Well, that was obviously like a random specific for somebody, but the bottom line here, what did it say? Give yourself a pat on the back. What have you done well lately? Focus on that. Where have you made progress? What have you accomplished? Not what you don't have, what you have. What obstacles have you overcome? Congratulations. This is an entirely different perspective that you are being asked to take about yourself and your accomplishments. All the money in the world means nothing if you're with the wrong person. And so it looks like there's an opportunity to find the right one. You just have to hang in there a little bit longer, and don't let anybody force you into signing a contract or accepting a proposal if you're not sure. And then you'll go from there based on their reaction, okay? Okay, Libra, I'm going to leave it there. You and your power and authority. How about that? See you for the next one. Bye bye.